If you're wearing your gym clothes outside the gym, stop scrolling. Today's video is going to make a lot of sense because recently social media is exploding with news where a lot of activewear companies, including the best of our brands, our favorite brands, have been sued and they've failed because there's a lot of hormone disruptors that have been found in these. And yes, I am talking about what you're wearing probably to the gym today. I'm Dr. Jyoti Aneja, your aesthetic dermatologist with over 16 years of experience in dermatology and aesthetics. My heartfelt goal is to support and guide you on your journey to healthier, more radiant skin and hair. Because I truly believe everyone deserves to feel confident and comfortable in their own skin. So lately, social media exploded with news that our favorite activewear companies are facing lawsuits after independent testing allegedly found hormone-disrupting chemicals like BPA in some of their workout clothes. So naturally, everyone's asking, are my gym clothes making me sick? As a dermatologist, let me tell you yes, but maybe not for the reasons that you're thinking. If you're a gym puglu, let me ask you one question. We spend thousands on our nice gym memberships, our protein powders, multiple supplements given to us by our dear trainers, and following it up with activewear. So many of us, हमारे पास actually activewear formal कपड़ों से ज़्यादा होता है. Right? But have you ever thought these clothes that you're wearing every day, probably outside your gym also, these could be the reason you're getting the rashes on your skin? So if you've been dealing with body acne, itchy rashes, fungal infections, redness, or recurring bumps after workout, your workout itself may not be the problem. So let's separate facts from fears because currently social media is mixing two absolutely different conversations. Synthetic dry fit gym wear does not by itself cause fungal infection. Your fungus does not care whether your leggings are worth $1,000 or 10,000 rupees. But most definitely what it cares about is the temperature, the heat that you generate, the sweating that you have underneath the clothes, the rashes, the body folds, the excess body weight, and for how long are you wearing these clothes. Now imagine for the next 4 to 5 hours, you're sitting in an office meeting in the same sweaty leggings. That's exactly where the problem begins. Your activewear, as the name suggests, is designed for a 1-hour workout and not for an 8 hours long shift. These problems are mostly prevalent in hot, humid climate like ours, and the areas that I see most commonly affected is usually the groin area, it's the underarms, it's the under the breast area in most of the people, a lot of body folds for people who are obese, it's in between the tummy folds also, and in your toes. In between the toes, we call it the interdigital space. In a lot of patients, this is affected too. Once sweat remains trapped in these areas, chances of infection, rashes, fungal, folliculitis increases triple-fold, so make sure that you're paying attention. Now let's address the news everyone's talking about. Certain independent lab results have shown that your favorite brands have a lot of BPA, which is actually an endocrine disruptor in their activewear. And that's exactly the reason a lot of them are actually facing legal action in United States. Does that mean that every synthetic legging is toxic? The answer is no. Does that mean wearing one sports bra will give you cancer? The answer is absolutely not. Science does not support that conclusion. The things that stay in prolonged contact with our skin deserve as much attention as the products that we apply on it. As more research emerges, transparency from the makers of these activewear becomes very, very crucial. So should we stop wearing synthetic gym wear at all? The answer is no. In fact, many premium activewear brands are designed to wick the moisture away from your skin. The fabric usually is not the villain, your habits are. The real problem starts when your clothes are extremely tight, you stay in sweaty clothes for hours, you wear damp clothes, you reuse your gym clothes without washing them, or they aren't dried properly before your next workout. Another question I get asked very often is, should I carry hypochlorous acid in my bag as a spray? So usse pehle, let's find out what exactly is hypochlorous acid. Now this is a gentle antimicrobial spray, so we need to understand what is it that it can do and what is it that it cannot do. So it can reduce bacteria on the skin and it is effective for people who are prone to developing body acne or folliculitis. So if you can't shower immediately, spraying it on your body is a good temporary measure, but by no means is this an alternative to bathing. It does not prevent you from fungal infections. It is by no means a replacement for changing your clothes, and you can think of it as a helpful backup, but this is not the main solution. So if you ask me, the skincare routine for your gym is very simple. Think of it as 3S: sweat, shower, switch. So change out of sweaty clothes as soon as possible. Take a shower after your workout, dry all your body folds thoroughly, wash your gym clothes after every use, and never wear damp workout clothes. Most definitely by avoid I mean never share towels, and if you sweat excessively, keep an extra t-shirt or a pair of clothes in your gym bag. One last thing, if you develop an itchy rash, please do not take an over-the-counter cream and apply it because usually they contain steroids. ऊपर से क्या होता है, हमें लगता है फर्क पड़ रहा है, अच्छा लग रहा है, we keep applying this cream. Underneath, the fungus is only proliferating. By the time you reach the doctor, the clinical picture has changed. It becomes very difficult to treat. It becomes resistant to most of the antifungal creams that we have. So the next time you develop a rash and you feel that it is not going away on its own in a day or two, make sure that you reach out to a dermatologist. So here's the takeaway. Your gym should be the reason your health improves and not the reason you visit me in the clinic every 1 month. So please take care of your skin just the same way as you take care of your fitness routine, because sometimes skincare is not about just treating a rash, it's just about putting your hygiene in place. So if you're a gym enthusiast and you love your workouts and you love somebody who loves working out too, just make sure to like, share and subscribe to this video, share it with them, and we'll make sure that we keep coming back with more such content.